Thor the Dark World. Alright, so I think it's pretty impossible for me to not like an MCU film at this point, or even an MCU product. I mean, even at the worst, there's always something I can appreciate about them. This is my least favourite, and the most bad, I'd say. Well, if you think this is bad, you should see The Inhumans. I have. I don't like this movie more than I don't like Inhumans. This one is worse. The second Thor film involves a strange substance that infects Thor's love interest, Jane Foster. This substance, the ether, is sought after by the Dark Elves, so they can return darkness to the Nine Realms, and Thor's only hopes to stop them might be his sinister brother Loki. So my main issue with this film is that the hero feels like a non-presence. Thor doesn't have the humour or development of the first or third films, or even the Avengers films, and pretty much takes a backseat to Loki. Even his ultimate conclusion feels like a repeat of what we saw at the end of the first film, and it's a shame, since the charming leads usually save the weaker MCU films. But the villain is the biggest non-presence here, Malekith, played by the 9th Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston. He doesn't even get credited on the box cover. Iron Man 3 had both villains on there, and one of them was a red herring. His motive is that he wants to make things dark. Because reasons! In the first film, the King of the Frost Giants was at least playing second fiddle to a much better villain. The humour is easily the weakest part. Aside from Loki's occasional one-liners, most of the humour is based on cat dennings or shoes and underpants. Seriously, that's how you could describe the humour in this movie. Hey, you know those things that are usually on a people? Look! It's not on a people! That's wacky, right? Not laughing? Too bad, because this is the entire film! Kat Dennings was in the first film, but not this much. Here, she never shuts up, and most of the time, she's playing across from an intern who's barely a character. One of the reasons it kind of worked the first film is because she was playing off against Selwyn and Jane Foster, who were playing it straight. But here, she has no real straight man to work with, so her jokes just fall flat. It's just an idiot saying things to another idiot. Loki is easily the best part of this movie, with Tom Hiddleston showing why this character became so popular. His wit and charm makes his scenes the only reason to actually keep coming back and watching this film. His relationship with Thor is the glue that ties all three films together. Here, Thor is still dealing with his betrayal and expresses frustration at not being able to trust his own brother. It starts patching them up slowly but surely and sets up the connection for Thor Ragnarok. The action is greatly improved, with the big standout being the final battle, which has some very interesting application of portals to other realms. It's a good thing that these action scenes are impressive, because otherwise, I'd say there'd be barely any reason to watch this movie at all. In conclusion, Thor the Dark World is lacking in some areas and is great in others. It does say something that even when I don't like an MCU film, I can at least find things that I like, and I'm not above watching it alongside better movies. Kind of like a shit sandwich, if you will. So it's a 5 out of 10. It's impossible for me to hate any one MCU film completely, but this is the closest I've come. At least this franchise will be redeemed by the third installment. Unless you ask nerds online who'll tell you how it ruined the character. But we'll cover that when we cover that. Take care now. Bye bye then.
Simple. Any questions?
Yeah, can I have my shoe back?
Ha! Get it? 'Cause shoes usually on the people, but it's not on the people. He has it, and it's not on his foot. You laughing at?